Okay, we're now recording. Amy is going to start with our opening rounds tonight, and then we'll move on to the PowerPoint.
All right. Hi, everybody. So you guys may be new to the whole idea of opening rounds, but in a training that I do in my work, we always do what's called opening rounds, and it's something that kind of gets everybody comfortable with speaking and comfortable as part of the group, and it starts everything off on a positive note. I mean, by all means, you're welcome to pass if you're not comfortable in participating in this, but what I'd like to do is to go around, and each of us on this call to go through and say your name, where you're from, and then talk about one Plexus victory, be it scale or non-scale, or something with the business that you're excited about. And it can just be one thing, it can be quick, or you can give us a little short spiel, but not too long, so we can keep our meeting moving so people can go through their night. I'll go ahead and start so you guys can kind of know what it is. So my name is Amy Braswell, and I'm from Fredericksburg, Virginia. And my latest victory is that I just signed my third person as an ambassador for this month. So that's essentially like going silver again, which is great. Of course, I don't get that other bonus every time you get silver. That'd be nice. That's the new thing we need to talk to corporate about. Right. But yeah, so that's, I wasn't really expecting that this month. I mean, I was hoping, but so that made me really excited. And so that's my thing. Angie, since you know how this works, why don't you go next?
Okay, well, I'm Angie Newman. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. Now I've been living in Virginia for over 10 years now. I guess one thing that I'm excited about is I started the X Factor this month. It's only like day 3, so I don't really know what to expect, but I am really excited about that. Also, I'm going gold this month.
Yay!
I'm really, on the business side, I'm extremely, extremely excited about that. All right, who's next? Chrissy?
Hi guys, my name is Chrissy Kressler, and I am from Pennsylvania, and I live in Walnut Bottom, Pennsylvania now because we just moved. I am super excited just about what Plexus has done for me in my life so far. I have to be honest, through this whole journey, every day I learn something new, and every day I just get more passionate about what this business has to offer on the business side and the health side. We just got our products in because I placed another order, put it out, a picture on Facebook the other day. I got John, my husband, the Nerve. So we're trying that now with him. He started it today, day 1, and I'm super excited to see because he already said today, which I don't know if it just was a very easy day on his back, but he did not feel like his back hurting as much today. Now, I don't know if that's just a fluke because it's day 1. Who knows? Wow. But I'm anxious to see his results. So that's what I'm excited about.
Anyone want to go?
I'll go.
Hi, Terry.
This is Terry Kearns, and I'm from Fredericksburg, Virginia. And tomorrow I will be signing up my first ambassador.
Woohoo!
And that'll be 10 for me.
Yay!
Halfway to gold.
That make me halfway to gold. So yay! It's exciting.
Yay!
Great, thanks. Good job, Terry. Rachel, would you like to share?
Hi, yeah. My name is Rachel. I am currently in Annapolis, Maryland. And I have been on Plexy a week and a half, not including the 7-day trial, which Amy got me on. And I'm loving it so far. I'm a mom of 3. I have a 4-month-old as the youngest, and it's been going great. My biggest concern was the nursing part, but no issues. So we're having fun.
You can talk with Chrissy Kressler about all the nursing stuff if you ever have any questions, because she's using Triplex in nursing. So.
Absolutely.
All right, does anybody else want to share their name, where they're from, and one special thing about Plexus, whether it be a non-scale or a scale victory or business side? If not, we'll move right into the PowerPoint. All right, you shy folks out there. All right, tonight we are going to talk about some common misconceptions of Plexus. Couple things, you know, a lot of people think that it's a huge upfront investment, that it's a weight loss diet program, that with the business you have to carry inventory. And I think the biggest one I've experienced when talking to people is that our products are expensive. So let's talk about, come on slide. First common misconception is I have to make a huge upfront investment and I have to sell or I will be kicked out. This is so not true. This is probably the most cheapest investment for any business that I've ever come across. I can tell you I have done other multi-level marketing businesses in the past. And one that I did a few years ago, I think it was like a $250 startup fee. So Plexus to start your business is only $34.95. This is an annual fee. And it gets you, what it gets you is a replicated website. So when someone orders from your link, the company will automatically credit that order back to you. So you don't have to do anything special. The website, it's yours, it's done for you. Like I said, you don't have to do anything. When you also join Plexus as an ambassador, you're given the privilege to get a welcome pack. The welcome pack includes several different combos of products to choose from. They are well below wholesale price. And we have a choice of $99 welcome packs or $199 welcome packs. And this is the least amount you'll ever pay for products. With that, you'll also get a success kit with your welcome pack order. And this includes information on how the products work. There's some testimonials in there and information on how to kickstart your business if you want to work the business. Okay. The cool thing is you're not required to sell anything if you choose to join Plexus for the wholesale prices. We have lots of people that just want to get those wholesale prices, and that's absolutely fine. We will add you to some team pages though on Facebook if you're on Facebook, so that you will have the ability to ask questions or you know, just read up on some information that we post on our team pages. But the great thing is if you just want to, you know, sign up as wholesale, there is no pressure to sell. Second misconception is Plexus is a weight loss diet program. Well, lots of people do lose weight with their products, but it does much more than weight loss. People report back many other different things that have improved in their wellness. And people start feeling better. We have an array of products that focus on overall wellness. Even though most people do lose weight, our product line does focus on helping people regain immune function and lining things back up in the body. So let me look at my notes real quick. So if you're like on Facebook and you're seeing things about, you know, our company and our product line, and you're wondering, you know, how does one product line do anything from repair the stomach to, you know, your hair growing to your nails growing to, you know, down to your feet? You're probably wondering, like, how does this work? Well, I think the short answer to this is, you know, our products really focus on, you know, regaining that immune function and resetting your body back to the way that it was before. So that's what we see. The third misconception that I see a lot of times is, actually just had this question the other day. I had someone ask me, so will you be mailing my products to me? Nope. Goodness no, I don't have to mail you anything. So it's, you know, we don't have to carry inventory and we don't have to meet quotas. This company is so laid back that it's shocking, you know, that Plexus actually works as a multi-level marketing business. Most LMMs do thrive on the fact that people are focused to do something every month. Plexus doesn't require us to do anything, you know, every month. And I personally, I don't know anybody who carries inventory. I do carry extra products, personal product for myself. And on occasion, I will send, you know, some samples to friends or family who are interested, but that's just a personal choice. You're not required to carry any inventory. And when someone orders from your website, like I said, the product leaves our Plexus warehouse. And it's delivered to, you know, their doors. The products don't leave our hands at all. The fourth misconception, this is the biggest one I get from a lot of people, is the cost. Plexus products are expensive. So I think, we may have other people on tonight that are not moms, but a lot of us in this business, a lot of us who take Plexus, we are moms. So I just kind of put in there, I think this is something we don't ever really want to talk about, but the common misconception, because as a mom, we often have that stigma that if we spend money on ourselves, we are taking things away from what our kids need. Well, let's be real, right? Do you think about, all those Starbucks runs that you make? What about the fast food that you eat? Me, it was a couple bottles of wine a week. You really have to think about it. Plexus helps you to not crave those things anymore. I don't have to run through the fast food. I don't run to Starbucks anymore. I'm not buying 3 to 4 bottles of wine every week. So with Plexus, I'm able to do away with those things. I'm actually saving money by being on Plexus. And I think that's really hard for people to understand. But I only spend $3.63 a day, 63 cents a day on my Triplex products. I was spending probably $7 to $8 a day on soda, my energy drinks. Amy will tell you I used to down those 5-hour energies, 1 or 2 a day. Those things are like $4 a bottle. They're expensive. So, when you're talking to a potential or a prospect, you have to give them this information. I was just talking to a potential that really wants to try Plexus, and I know cost was an issue for her. And I'm like, well, you just told me that you drink at least a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi a day. I'm like, how much is that costing you? Times that by 30 days out of the month, and I bet you'll get more than $3.63 a day. All right, so I am going to hand it over to Amy, and she's going to talk about overcoming objections when you're talking to your potentials and your prospects.
I have to unmute myself. All right, so these are 5 things to know about overcoming objections. So just expect that they're going to happen. And sometimes people don't have to be overt by, having an objection. Just asking things like, okay, well, how much does it cost? That's already kind of an objection. They're already kind of saying, all right, I already think this is going to be too expensive and things like that. But I can't see the slide, Angie.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So yes, you will get a no or a but. So they'll happen. But know what you're going to say beforehand and use your story to help overcome an objection. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Sorry. I was trying to move it up. Oh, goodness. Where's it at? There you go.
All right. So you want to not be defensive, but be passionate when you're discussing these things with people. And remember what it was like when you were in those shoes and you were kind of skeptical and not too sure. And we talked at Super Saturday about empathy versus sympathy, and put yourself in someone else's shoes and be empathetic with them. You want to listen, which means actively listening to somebody, because it's all about the relationships, and you want to connect with them. And by making that connection, you can actually help talk somebody through it and help them make it work for themselves, for them. And then also remember, a no is not a no, it's a maybe, and a maybe is a yes. So being consistent with posting and taking your products is what will turn a no into a yes. So when people kind of see what's happening to you, sometimes they come back. And let me tell you, my number one hater, who's been, she was my best friend in college. As soon as she saw my very first Plexus post, she sent me a message, with all these kind of negative things about Plexus. And at the time, I didn't know how to meet them. I'm like, thank you for your concern. I'll look into it, whatever. And then after my most recent before and after I posted, she's contacting me. She's like, okay, well, how do I get this stuff? And it was just, so great kind of seeing her come around, especially as being a good friend. So a no is never always a no. Okay, go on. All right, so these are some of the objections, common objections that we'll be addressing in these next few slides. Right, you can go ahead, Angie. So the first one is it costs too much. So the first way you want to address this is to share your story and talk about how you got started. You know, one of the first things I tend to tell people is that I joined as an ambassador to get the wholesale prices because I'm a sucker for a deal, and you know, I'll do anything to save a buck. And then you want to ask them what they spend their money on. So I was talking about my friend who I joke with her that she was my original hater, my friend from college. You know, we're talking about it when she finally contacted me, and she says she drinks 2 to 3 Monsters a day. Like, you know how expensive that is? You know, that's what, probably $3 a pop. So that's, you know, $6 to $9 just a day on energy drinks, and she'd be spending less than $4 if she got Triplex. And you know, and talk, you know, do they spend their money on energy drinks or coffee or fast food or a gym membership that they don't go to? You know, you want to also offer suggestions on how you can help them to cut their expenses. You know, be humble and make sure you're connecting. I want to share with you actually something that I sent a friend of mine who had a cost objection. And this is what I had sent to her through Messenger on Facebook. And I said, I know that you're concerned about cost, but let me tell you how I've actually saved money using Plexus. It's really a question of value versus cost in my book. I now have energy to cook, so we aren't eating fast food or ordering takeout, which saves a lot of money for a family of 4. My rheumatologist charges me $180 each time I go to her because she doesn't take my insurance. Of course, I couldn't get my meds refilled without seeing her, so on top of the money spent on co-pays, I was spending $180 every time I needed refills. Now I'm off all of my medication. I don't drink sodas anymore or Red Bulls, and I only occasionally drink coffee anymore, which also saves a lot of money. Not only that, but after my first month of products, I've not paid a single cent out of pocket for products because I paid for them all with my commission. And my husband and stepdaughter are both also using the products effectively free because I can use my commission on them. You know, so in that I'm also sharing you know, a little bit of my story, you know, what I spent my money on and that I'm not spending my money on, giving some ideas on how to cut expenses there. And then also talking a little bit how the freedom that the business has given me to be able to afford my product. So I don't have to pay anything out of pocket anymore, which is even better than I could have hoped. All right, got it. Okay, so approval by the FDA. Well, you know, have you guys ever seen prescription commercials and they talk about, oh, this may cause anal leakage or may cause death? I mean, those are things that, you know, aren't really things you want to experience, right? So just because it's approved by the FDA doesn't mean it's safe, right? So no vitamins or supplements are approved by the FDA. If you walk into GNC, not a single thing in there is going to be approved by the FDA. And you want to research the ingredients and kind of know, you know, what's in everything, and encourage your prospective ambassadors or prospective customers to research the ingredients and to take their labels to their doctors and kind of have them look over it and see if there's anything that's going to hurt them in it, or if they actually think that it might help them. But, you know, think about things that, you know, like cigarettes are regulated by the FDA, but baby formula isn't regulated by the FDA. So it's not really as safe as people think. All right, now here's another one. I've tried every diet. This is not going to work for me. All right, so start by sharing your story. I've done every diet myself. You know, I've done meal deliveries. I've done shake meal replacements. You know, and those things didn't work for me. They weren't sustainable for me. And you talk about how easy Plexus is for you to use and how it's worked for you. One thing that's really great that I meant to kind of say at the beginning is there's some videos out there and some documents, some files. I know it's in the Diamond Gold Diggers group. I don't know if we have it up in Plexy Diamond Mine, but on the Shield of Confidence, I really encourage you to go and look that up too for a way to overcome objections. But anyway, moving on. So if somebody thinks that, you know, it may not work, say, okay, you know what, it may not work, but it's not for everybody, but, you know, it's worked for me. And then give them a glimmer of hope by saying, okay, but, you know, what if it did work? What if this was the last thing you ever had to take? You know, and as we like to say with everything, what if this could change everything? I mean, a lot of us know how this could really change everything. And one thing to really push is that 60-day money back guarantee. I actually had the first customer return her something that she had ordered, and I really didn't even think she had gotten the return authorization because I had no notification that it was returned, other than she had told me that she was going to, but no notification from the company. And I found out that that doesn't come out of our commissions or anything. We aren't penalized for people returning on that 60-day money back guarantee. So be sure to share that with your customers. That's, a whole nother thing to kind of stand behind and say, hey, look, you can try it for 60 days. If you don't get those results that you want, or, it's not what you thought it was going to be, return it. Get your money back. It's okay. It's not going to bother me one bit. I want you to be happy with the products. And if that means return it in, go for it.
And let me also just add, Amy, people who want to try Plexus to solely lose weight and their expectations are that this is a quick fix, those are the people that are going to take advantage of that 60-day money back guarantee, because Plexus is not a diet fad. It's not going to take 20 pounds off of you in a matter of weeks. It's just not going to do that.
Mm-hmm. All right. You can go on to the next one. Okay, so this is a pyramid scheme. No, it's not a pyramid scheme. It's network marketing, multi-level marketing, whatever you want to call it. But pyramid schemes are illegal, and I would never be involved in anything that's illegal. I've done other MLMs before, and you can share your experience if you've had that before for other things. So, I sold candles before, and I had to order everything and deliver it to everybody, and that was a pain. Or I had cosmetics. I had sold cosmetics, and here 7 years later I'm still wearing those cosmetics because I had so much that I had left over that I didn't sell. That you don't have to deal with that in this business. That's not how Plexus works. In this business, you're responsible for the amount of money you make, not by the amount of inventory you buy for yourself or the people on your team. And also in this business, which really doesn't happen in any other MLM, is that you can surpass your sponsor. I know Angie's given me a good head start, but I'm working on it. We'll go head to head here soon. I'm getting there. All right. So also, when people say that they just don't have time to do this, right? Do any of us have time to take on anything extra? For me, you can share your story. I work full time. I have 2 daughters. I'm very busy. And I just use 10 to 15 minutes here and there throughout the day to get the things done that I need to do. A lot of us say, in the nooks and crannies of our life, and it's truly done in the nooks and crannies of my life. After my daughter goes to sleep is usually when I do most of my plexing, as my husband calls it. All right, so you also say, I'm getting healthy and I'm making money, so I just find the time to make it work. Also finding a way to relate with the person, actually listening to them, find out what's going on with their life, and offering some suggestions on how they can maybe fit it in. Also explain that you don't have to share with others, and you can simply join for the wholesale products. Okay? You don't have the time to share, just do it. But think about it when actually, I'll be talking about that one. You can go on to the to the next one. Okay, so about not being a salesperson, right? Have you gone to see a great movie and told your friends about it, or ate at a great restaurant, or even had a plumber come and do some good work on your house, or an electrician or a contractor? You share that with your friends, and that's essentially what you're doing with Plexus. And then you get paid for it. I don't ever have the plumber that I've sent to 10 people give me any pay for that, right? But yeah, you don't want salespeople on your team. You want people who are passionate, who know the products, who believe in the products, who want to share with their friends because they want to help other people. We share what it's done for us and what it's done for others that we know and other ambassadors, and we have a treasure trove of testimonies to help back us up. You share things that you love each day, and I'm just sharing with people why I love Plexus. And then we don't train you to sell Plexus. We train you on how to talk to people about why you love Plexus and building those relationships, because that's where you actually can end up building your business. Go ahead, Andy. You're muted.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone for attending tonight. We actually got that done in less than an hour, so I'm pretty happy about that. Does anyone have any questions? You know, we can kind of open this up at the end to talk about any product questions that you have or business questions. If you guys unmute yourself, you can ask anything. No? How do I stop sharing the screen? I don't know. But anyway, all right. Well, thank you everyone for attending. If you do have questions about this training or anything else, you can always message me or your sponsor. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.